Hi everyone, we're just going to look at a closed traverse. We're going to use a height of collimation booking sheet. Now a closed traverse simply means you start off, your first reading is to a benchmark. We've moved around, we've got a station 2, station 3 and our last station, station 4, our last reading goes back to the benchmark as well. Alright, we've got all our heights recorded, so we're just going to fill in our booking sheet. Our first reading is a back sight, and that's our 1930, which is the benchmark. Then we've got A is 1870, B is 1584, and C is 1630. Okay, so they go on the same line, the last reading and the first reading. Then we just fill in the rest of the sheet, the same process. Our first reading from our stations are the back sights, the last readings are the fore sights. Right, we then move on. On the right hand side of our booking sheet we've got a benchmark, which is station 1, and we've just nominated that at 100. Okay, then we've just filled down what the rest were. We've got our readings at A, B and C are a station 2, D, E, F and G is station 3, H is an intermediate reading, and J and K is our final station. Okay, then what we do, our first figures on the sheet, we've nominated this at a 100 as the benchmark, so we enter our 100 there as our reduced level, and the first thing we do is we just add our reading at A to our benchmark, which is 1930, so it becomes 101.93. Okay, then our second reading is 1870. We take that 1.87 away from the 101.93, and that's the figure we get, 100.060. Then our next reading is 1584. So we take our 1584 away from our 101.93, and that is the figure that we get there. Now what happens with that? We then add our 1630 onto that 100.346, and we get the figure 101.976. Okay, so we've added that 1630 onto our last reading, and we've got a new height of collimation of 101.976. Then we take our 1875 away from our 101.976, and that's our answer there. We then do the same with the next two figures. We take our 1570 and our 1610 away, and they're the two answers we get. Because this is the change station again, this 100.366, we then add on our 1840, and our new height of collimation is 102.206. Okay, so all we're doing, we're on our last reading, 100.366, we add on our 1840, and that gives us our 102.206 as our new height of collimation. Then we just we continue down. We've got 102.206 minus 1.604, and that's our answer. Then 102.206 minus 1686, that's our answer. And then with our last reading there, we then add on our 1840 to give us our new height of collimation, which is 102.360, and then we just complete those numbers to the bottom of our spreadsheet, booking sheet. Okay, then what we have to do, we have to make sure we've recorded everything correctly. So we have two formulas that we have to do. We have total back sights minus total fore sights, and the first RL minus the last RL. So when we do that, our total back sights are 7.240, our total fore sights are 6.966. So when we take that away from each other, we get a total of 0.274. Then we check our first RL and our last RL. Our first RL is 100, our last RL is 100.274. and that equals 0.274, and it's the same. So our booking sheets are balanced, we've done it correctly. Okay, just use this sheet as a template just to give you an idea on how to do your closed traverse, and good luck.